Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, angelic astrologer and spiritual consultant with angelmessenger.net, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, January 27th through Sunday, February 2nd, 2014. So we have several energies that are coming up this week from an astrological or universally energetic standpoint. But the angels are telling me that I need to make a separate soul reflections video on some of those energies. So I may not do that today, but look for that in the next day or two, so that we kind of bring in this new astrological and universal energy and bring that to your attention and what's going on as far as some shifts of energy. But I will tell you, at least in brief, that this week on Thursday the 30th, we have a new moon in Aquarius. So look for the beginnings of a new cycle, the planting of new seeds, the looking in new directions towards our goals, our long-term plans, and what we want to do next as far as tapping into our unique individual self, which is very much an Aquarian energy. And also, very briefly, on Friday the 31st, we will be leaving the year of the snake behind and moving into the year of the horse. And that year of the horse, it's going to be a lot faster moving. It's going to bring in energies that are much, much different than the energies of 2013 with that year of the snake. So again, watch for an upcoming Soul Reflections video. I did do a video at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of January, that described somewhat the year of the horse. But there's other things that need to be discussed as well, and so I will be making, again, another video here in the next day or two and putting that out. But just so that you know, this is why we put out the unicorns today, because some people call this year of the horse, this year for 2014, the year of the unicorn. And the reason why they bring that up is that the year of the unicorn, which is a horse with a horn on its head, obviously, brings in an extra energy of magic. And it's this energy of magic that's in part going to make this quite a special year for everyone. So let's take a look at what the angels have to tell us for this week. And we're going to be using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck today, or this week. And then for your extra special message card, we're going to be using the Magical Unicorn deck by Doreen Virtue in honor of the year of the horse, or the year of the unicorn. So let's look at what stones you have to choose from for this week. You have a beautiful rose quartz heart, and they're all hearts this week. Again, kind of to me symbolizes the unicorn energy. The second stone of choice is the selenite heart, so a beautiful white selenite heart. And then the last stone of choice is going to be a turquoise heart, a beautiful turquoise heart. So you can even look at this as far as your chakras too, and if there's a particular one that you gravitate towards, then you might need extra chakra work. The rose quartz heart would be for your heart chakra. The selenite heart would be for crown chakra energies and connecting with divine. And then, of course, the turquoise heart would be your throat chakra energies with issues of communication. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Let's choose our 3 cards, which, by the way, you might see a card back there on one of the unicorns, and that was as I was shuffling and meditating with the decks before I started the video. That card flew out, and so I decided that wanted to be a part of this reading as well. So it's back there waiting for us to take a look at it, and we're going to pick our 3 cards for the week. Okay, this is the first card. And then we're going to look for what the second card is going to be. And then we look for the third card. Okay. So Spirit is telling me to look at that jumper card back there first. So let's go ahead and turn that over and see what that is. This is the Hermit card, which is Major Arcana number 9 with Archangel Gabriel. And the message at the bottom says, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. Now, this is interesting. I think we've had this card in the recent past before in one of our readings. And the Hermit card seems to have been a theme here for a while, as far as our energies being pulled back and kind of doing a lot of self-reflection, meditation, soul-searching, finding our inner light within ourselves. And what the angels are telling me is this is that part of that last remnant of energy from the snake year that we were talking about. Again, that snake being one of transformation, inner transformation, kind of purging of old energies, and the Hermit kind of symbolizes that in the way of, again, kind of being that loner kind of energy and doing a lot of soul searching and going over your thoughts and your emotions and your feelings. And it's, you know, it's really about, again, connecting to your higher soul self. You know, it's about spending time alone in meditation to find that connection with Spirit and with your own light. So this is part of what that energy is all about. Let's look at the first card for the week. Wow, we have another Major Arcana, and I'm kind of laughing a little bit because as I was shuffling the cards earlier before I started the video, I thought I was done, you know, shuffling in meditation with the deck, and I happened to look at the card that was on the bottom, and it was this card. And I thought, well, I don't want to know that that card's on the bottom for whatever weird reason, so I shuffled the deck some more in meditation with my eyes closed, and you know, then I was done when I started the video. Well, it's interesting this card comes up. So this is Awakening Archangel Gabriel, and the message says, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It is important to be yourself. And what I'm getting with this right off the bat is, again, we're awakening into a new energy when we shift into the year of the horse. And that's immediately what I thought when I saw it on the bottom of the deck, too, is that we're leaving that year of the snake behind, which was slow moving and very, sometimes challenging in a lot of ways emotionally for us as we were purging energetically throughout all of 2013. And I believe now it's going to be a time of awakening. We're going to be awakening into a new energy, a new power, a new movement. And Archangel Gabriel is about messages. So she's bringing you messages as we move forward into a new energy. And it does say a temporary standstill because we still have a few days yet this week before that year of the horse truly kicks in. And to be honest, my guides have been talking to me that it may not be until the latter half of March and going into April until we really start to see a lot of movement with that new energy of the horse coming in. So that's a great way to kick off this week. Let's see what the second card is. The Two of Earth. And the Two of Earth says, too much going on at once, the need to make a decision and consider a more playful approach. So I feel like here we're balancing many things in our lives. You know, the two is often about balance. The earth means that it's about actual activities and circumstances and situations in our life. And so there's a lot of balancing of energies that are at play for this week. And I feel like part of that is energetically speaking too. Even though this is a card that deals with the material aspect of life, I do feel like we're balancing a lot of energies energetically as we're moving from one type of energy into a new type of energy here with the shift that's coming up. So make sure that you keep a light heart, you know, as it says here, to keep a playful approach or to take a playful approach. You want to keep your energies, your thoughts, your emotions lighthearted because that's going to allow things to flow and transition a lot more easily for you this week. Let's look at the last card. Oh, I like this card. This is the Three of Fire. And the Three of Fire says abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. So there's something actually throughout this week, of the energy this week, that is bringing things into alignment, that is creating a lot of growth and expansion, because that number 3 is about growth and expansion. And the fire suit is about spiritual energy and movement. So we're definitely here throughout this week bringing in a new, abundant, joyful, expansive, growing kind of energy. And it's of a very positive nature, as you can see. So we're talking about not just material or financial abundance, although that could be part of it, but we're talking about an abundance of energy in all aspects of your life. Opportunities coming in, new projects, new people, new ideas. So there's a lot of wonderful, beautiful growth that is occurring as we transition from that old year of the snake into the new year of the horse, and with some of the other energies that are going on. That's really a wonderful, wonderful reading. Let's see what your extra special message card is for the week, depending on which stone that you chose. So for those of you that chose the rose quartz heart, the message from the unicorns says practice. And it says the best way to be good at a skill is to practice, practice, practice until you get it right. So I'm getting the feeling that some of you have been trying to start off on a new direction or on a new project or maybe a new career. There's something new, you know, a new line of energy that has come into your mind or that you've been pursuing or working towards. And the unicorns and the angels are saying to keep at it, you know, to keep trying, to keep practicing, and putting your energies, efforts towards this new thing, because you're going to get it. You're going to accomplish it. You're going to be able to realize it or manifest it if you just kind of stay persistent and keep at it. Okay, so if you chose the selenite heart, let's see which card wants to come out for selenite. This one does. This is grandparent. And the message at the bottom says you have a special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. Now, this could in fact deal with a grandparent that's actually in your life. It could deal with just an elderly person that you have a strong bond with in your life as far as in relationship. But I also get the sense that this could be about your ancestors. You know, when I think of ancestors, or when I think of grandparents in general, I think of our ancestors. And I actually just watched a video not too long ago that was Native American, a Native American song, and the man who was singing the song, and it was a very beautiful spiritual song, but he called out to the grandfather. And, you know, grandfather in the Native American culture is about his ancestors, spiritual ancestors of the light. And so I feel here that whether it be a true grandparent in your life, again, an elderly person, or your ancestors, that there's a special connection this week that you have to pay attention to. A special connection that is going to help you to spread your wings, as shown here by this Pegasus or unicorn with these beautiful colored wings. It's going to help you spread your wings and fly as far as more into the energy of who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. And then if you chose the turquoise heart, let's see, what card wants to come out for the turquoise? This card says you are gifted. So your message says you are gifted. The message at the bottom says you are very intelligent and talented. So here the angels, the unicorns are reminding you that you have beautiful gifts, talents, and abilities to share with the world. That you have a special energy within you, a special magic is actually what they're saying, since we talked about the year of the unicorn being the year of magic, that there's a special magic within you that is just waiting to come out. And I really feel like, you know, I guess right now they're directing my attention to some of the astrological energies that are actually happening this week, again, which I'm going to make a separate video for, but Part of that is empowerment energies, empowering the divine feminine and bringing that magic of the divine feminine within each of every one of us. So these are part of these gifts that are coming into fruition for you for this week. I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. If you'd like to get a reading with me or a healing session with me, please check out my services on angelmessenger.net. I want to send out my love and light and gratitude for each and every one of you, and I send you many, many angel blessings.